Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Benny and Moose Save America, where every week we strike out against toxic fandom and the failure of the American education system through the power of barroom trivia. I'm your host, Benny, and I'm joined, as always, by the man who answered the question, "Where's the beef?" Mark the Moose Haas.
Hello, Betty. I'm curious as to the where did you come up with that one from? But
You don't know the commercial from the 80s?
Of course, I don't know where I'm smuggling the beef from. I mean, I could take a guess, but anyhow, let's get on to Star Trek because I'm very excited about this. As a fellow Trekkie for our nerd competitors that we're going to be bringing on here, I'm very, very excited for this match. And more importantly, I'm very excited who we have playing in this match. We have probably two of the best trivia players, maybe even in the world. One is a former movie world champion, and the other is our former drill sergeant and movie trivia mentor. So we have Ethan Erwin today, and we have Craig Geiner. And this is going to be an incredible match between these two guys. I'm so freaking excited. Normally on Benny and Moose Save America, we incorporate a little pop culture and some history questions in there, but no. For these guys, I wrote specifically a Star Trek match. So I'm excited, Benny. I think let's get going, buddy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, introducing first. He is the light at the tunnel at the end of development hell. Ladies and gentlemen, Ethan, the green light, Erwin.
What up, y'all?
Welcome, sir. How are you doing?
Hi, thanks for having me.
Thanks for being on our show, Ethan. We very much appreciate you coming on.
Gladly.
With all of our competitors that we have come on our show, especially when it's a very specific film theme show, we ask everyone what your favorite movie in this series is. So what would be your favorite Star Trek or Star Treks, and why?
For many, many years, I would have said, and I probably still do, is Star Trek IV: The Voyage Home. I love it. I think it made, Star Trek was always great, but it made it accessible. It showed why I think it mattered on a grander scale. It has an awesome dedication to the Challenger crew at the opening. So I've always loved it. More recently, in the last year or two, at the Hollywood Bowl, they showed the 2009 Star Trek with a live orchestra, and Michael Giacchino was there and spoke, and it was incredible. Ooh. And I was so moved. Like, there multiple times I got choked up watching that movie, which surprised me. And to watch that with 17,000 people and a bunch of kids, this was their introduction to Star Trek. It was really great, and in how it touched them. That was maybe my favorite experience of it. So it's sort of neck and neck.
That's beautiful. I had this whole thing about a pornographic crossover with Babylon 5, and he just made me decide to scrap it. That was so beautiful.
You do it later when I'm bombing.
Yeah. Amazing. Well, Mr. Erwin, we're so grateful to have you on our show. We're going to bring Craig in, and then we'll see you here shortly for the match.
Perfect.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing his opponent, Craig the Invader. I can't pronounce his last name, even though he's a good friend of mine. Craig.
Just call me Craig, son of Martin. Hold on. Hello, Benny and Moose. Thank you for having me on your show.
Boom, pulls out the tricorder. Amazing.
It's not a tricorder. This is a communicator from the original series.
This is always know they're serious when they bring props, Moose.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, do I have props? Oh. Yeah.
Well, Craig, buddy, we love you, man. We're so excited to have you on our show finally. And same question is going to go to you. What is your favorite Star Trek and/or Treks, and why?
So my favorite Star Trek is the TV series Deep Space Nine. It was before this current wave of serialized serialized television. Star Trek Deep Space Nine really took the franchise in that direction of they did the whole Dominion War, and they really the previous Star Treks were just kind of like episode of the week episodics, whereas Deep Space Nine just really allowed them to tell a kind of complex, nuanced story in a very I would say thrilling way. And speaking of thrilling, I would say my favorite Star Trek film would be Star Trek First Contact. I think Star Trek First Contact works for people who haven't even seen the TV show at all. It's a very accessible thriller. It's like a horror thriller film, and it is one of my favorite experiences in the theater, and it's always a really fun rewatch.
Awesome, amazing. That's probably my second favorite Star Trek movie. Too, and much to kind of Ethan's original point too, I kind of feel like First Contact makes Star Trek a little bit more relatable too, because it's a little more grounded of a story on Earth.
Yeah,
and we really all deep down want to be part of the Borg.
Not me, man.
You don't want to be a Borg?
Borgies are not good. Those are terrible experiences.
Borgies.
I don't know what you're called.
Orgies.
Yes, that's probably it. I also will say this, just Craig, I'm not saying this to in any way scare you, but this was my good luck charm at the Schmodown Star Trek exhibition, which I won. So just FYI, I've got it right.
Well, I wasn't in here for that, but my tribble was just randomly set off by the last round of conversation. It started. I don't know if you guys could hear it tribbling, but chirping.
You wanted to join in on the Borgie.
Yeah, I heard about the Borgie. I was like, oh my god, let's go.
They both have props. The first orgy pun of the night has been unleashed. It's time for round number 1.
I learned this in Klingon. Ha chugat. That means let's do this. Thank you, Google Translate. Here are the rules for round number 1.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, and we're ready to get going with round number 1. I'm going to kick us off with your first question in round number 1. Question number 1. What was the first film that featured Hakiro Sulu as a Starfleet captain? Do you know if I had one of those like Star Trek things that just made any food you want in a holodeck, like I would be so golden. I would never, ever leave or do anything. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ethan.
Star Trek 6, The Undiscovered Country.
That is correct for 1 point. Craig, son of Martin.
No, the funny thing was, sorry, I didn't prepare for this at all. I knew he did it in Star Trek 6, but the way you phrased it is the first one. I was like, did he get the promotion at the end of 5? So I changed it to 5. I'm gonna kick myself for that all game.
The only reason I remember, because my mom is Chinese, and when at the start of that movie, we saw it in the theater on my birthday, and when I was a child, of course, and she went insane to see that he was the captain. So I was like, that must have been a meaningful moment. It must have happened then. I'm the Slumdog Millionaire in this whole thing, by the way.
No, it's fair. It's fair.
Oh my. Question number 2. In Star Trek Generations, what 3 retired Starfleet officers attend the maiden voyage of the Enterprise B? I was so excited to see Generations, and then I saw Generations as a child in theaters, and I was maybe not that much of a child, but the first 7 minutes of that movie are just a bottle of Dom Perignon just flying.
That's right.
Yeah, it takes forever for that thing to finally hit the side of the Enterprise.
Well, hopefully they don't spin that question in round number 2. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Creighton?
It was Kirk, Scotty, and Chekhov.
That is correct for 1 point. Ethan.
I did reverse order. I did Chekhov, Scotty, and Kirk.
Even more correct. But still for 1 point.
Yeah, okay.
All right, your third question in the category of Star Trek films. In Star Trek Into Darkness, what dead alien creature does Bones inject with Khan's super blood that later comes back to life? You know, really, if you could just market and sell super blood, like you'd be like on Easy Street, man.
If only they still had currency.
That's true. Damn commies.
Stupid space commies of the future.
That's right.
Utopian societies and so forth.
That's why we started the show, to stop it from ever happening.
Okay, great.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ethan.
It is a tribble.
That is correct.
That for 1 point.
Craig,
Craig.
show it. Show the thing.
There we go. It's a triple. I also had it written down in case you wanted to see that.
I believe you.
Again, if you had missed this question, Craig, we might just give the win immediately to you.
Yeah.
Question number 4. David Warner was in 2 Star Trek movies featuring the original cast. Name both of the movies that David Warner appeared in.
Is he any relation to the Warner Brothers?
Yakko, Echo, and Dot?
I mean, maybe the Warner Brothers that Craig had mentioned, but definitely not the studio heads.
It was messed up
maybe
they
somewhere
left.
down the line.
Yeah, I mean, he did have
Could've
a
got a better.
decent role in Titanic. You guys look like you both got it, so we'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Craig, what do you got?
Star Trek 5, The Final Frontier. Star Trek 6, The Undiscovered Country.
We'll give that one too. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, if you give that to him, please give this to me because my handwriting sucks. But you know, there you go. Final Frontier, Undiscovered Country.
You guys got it. Nailed it.
We didn't specify rules over how much. Like, there's a lot of words in these subtitles and whatnot.
yeah. You picked 2 of the longest ones.
Yeah. If you guys want, you could just simply put the subtitles.
Okay, great.
Question number 5, still in the category of Star Trek, strangely enough.
What?
In Star Trek 2009, what actor-director plays Admiral Richard Barnett, the head of Starfleet Academy? I actually remembered to use the timer this time, Moose. We're getting professional here, buddy.
I love it. We're getting there.
I know.
It's only taken us 8 episodes, but it's okay. We'll find our footing in episode 50.
Well, you're not airing those other ones, right? This is the first one's going to air, so it's fine. No one will know.
That's right.
It's probably a good plan.
Yeah.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ethan.
Tyler Perry.
Correct.
That is correct.
Craig.
A triple. No, it's a title.
That was slick.
Thank you. That was look, I brought the prop. I gotta use it.
You that thing.
All right, this might be maybe the second hardest question in round number 1 here, gentlemen.
Okay.
Question number 6. While attempting to subdue Data after he went rogue in Star Trek Insurrection, what song do Picard and Worf sing together to jog Data's memories and slow him down?
Is it Twisted Sisters, We're Not Going to Take It Anymore? That would have fit really well in the movie.
I wish. It's actually Unchained Melody, but I like your answer a little bit better than the actual one.
And 5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
1. You have to use a bartender hint, Craig. There are no.
I use a bartender hint? No, never mind. It's fine. I mean, can I wait? So you know what? Fuck it. I'll use the bartender hint.
And if can I also hear that hint and then use it and erase my answer if I change my mind?
Of course,
you can.
No, see in that case, no, I'm not going to use. No, I'm not going to use.
No reason.
Okay, yes or no to the bartender's hint because he's on standby. He's just cleaning glasses right now.
But also, there's some sort of time limit. Yes.
Yes, Craig.
Craig,
what answer, buddy?
All right.
Craig just spitting all over the rules and the American flag. So
I was trying to use. I was distracting you. Fine, I'll use the bartender hint since I.
Yeah, we're gonna charge you for the bartender hint.
You meant
the bartender hint. I thought you were distracted.
The question, Craig, and then cousin Ryan will come in and give you the bartender's hint.
Let's do it.
All right. While attempting to subdue Data after he went rogue in Star Trek Insurrection, what song do Picard and Worf sing together to jog Data's memories and slow him down?
Craig, it's round one. We're going to have to probably cut you off, so just pay attention for this here. Written by Gilbert and Sullivan, originally for opera, HMS Pinafore.
I still think we're not going to take it anymore by Twisted Sister. I mean, even the bartender hint fits.
Again, I really wish that were the case because I'd love to just see Patrick Stewart like high noting the we're not going to take it anymore. But
it's classical music, Moose.
I mean, if this were Calvin Timeline, maybe.
4, 3, 2, 1. Craig.
I'm not a big Gilbert Gottfried fan, so I just said Pirates of Penzance.
That is incredibly wrong, like embarrassingly wrong. We'll go to Ethan.
Okay, I wrote something down, which is the wrong answer, and so use what I wrote down. But my alternate answer, if this was correct, would have been the very model of a modern Major General. But I instead said raindrops keep falling on my head.
Oh,
that is incorrect. Even impressively more wrong than Craig's incredibly wrong answer. So good job, both guys.
Yeah.
The correct answer was a British tar.
Oh, okay. Well, then that was never going to happen.
But what you threw out was actually the first set of lines from a British tar.
Oh, well, I did not know that was not the name of that song. Okay.
Close. Very close.
I was like, oh, I've already committed to this other thing. I wrote it all out. It's going to take forever to write that other thing. Forget it. Anyway.
I should have just stuck with my original wrong answer. I'm sorry.
It was good.
Was it Twisted Sister?
It was not.
You would have made Benny's day.
It was the Divinals I Touch Myself. Alternate take.
Oh, that is a great song.
It is a great song. I love it.
Originally written down the Turtles happy together because I felt like it would be great to see Picard and Worf to sing it.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
That's the second hardest. Hopefully, the first hardest already was asked. Yes.
I don't know Star Trek well enough to gauge these. So we'll have to ask Moose.
It'll be the question after this that I think is maybe the deepest cut.
I'm ready.
All right, question number 7, still in the category of Star Trek. Moose, you did not mix these up well enough. Name both Star Trek movies that Nicholas Meyer directed.
And again, you guys don't have to write the full thing out. The subtitles are fine.
You know, I don't know if Ethan's still doing the whole making movie things, but I think someone has left like a whole lot of money on the table with Medea in Starfleet. Just a personal feeling. I mean, he's already there. I mean, he may as well put on the dress.
Like Undercover Boss, but Starfleet.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. I can't believe they've never at least done that as a skit. Like the Undercover Boss, like Kylo Ren thing was solid gold. There's no reason we can't do it for
solid
this.
gold, yeah.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ethan?
The Wrath of Khan and the Undiscovered Country.
Correct for 1 point. And Craig?
The Wrath of Khan and the Undiscovered Country. I bothered to write the words "the" on it this time, even though you didn't.
Impressive. Grammar doesn't matter in any show hosted by me, but still, I appreciate the extra effort.
Thank you.
All right, gents. This is, I think, the hardest, deepest cut in round 1.
Okay.
In Star Trek 2009, it was said that George Kirk captained the USS Kelvin for how long and saved 800 lives?
Well, really, the ship was on autopilot. The ship saved 800 lives. He just sat there and died.
I do wish they had made that the new Star Trek movie that was Hemsworth, like time travel Hemsworth and meeting Chris Pine.
Yeah, because no, it was supposed to be they were gonna do the Scotty in a transporter loop.
Yeah, I would have totally been on board with that, but whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
Sorry, I guess I'll have to cry elsewhere.
Well,
spend my tears in other places.
It can still happen.
Ethan, what's your guess, sir?
I said 12 minutes.
That's correct. And Greg, what was your guess?
No, I was off by 5. I said 7 minutes.
Wow, Ethan with a big deep cut pull.
Yeah,
I like that movie.
It's a good movie.
It's a great movie.
You know, if you would have invited me to the Hollywood Bowl with you, maybe I would have remembered it.
No.
That's true. They do cut the movie. They do create a weird intermission that they just randomly throw in because they need to, because there's kids and old people. And also, I guess the musicians need to take a break. But so that part's a little weird. That like mid scene, it's just like, here we go. See you in 20 minutes. Anyhow.
Selfish musicians.
Yeah, I know, hippies. Your last question in round number 1.
Oh, crap.
Still in the category of Star Trek. In Star Trek Nemesis, Will Riker and Deanna Troi planned on having a traditional Beltazoid wedding, which, per tradition, would entail that everyone in attendance do what? Strangely enough, there are 3 words that describe my iconic death, and this is one of them.
Beta.
Now I don't know if I got it right.
Is this how we will find you?
Yeah,
Okay. Fair enough.
and the line.
Got it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ethan.
All right, here we go. Ready?
Yeah,
Be naked.
that is correct.
Like
Craig.
So these are, I thought these were all 3 words describing Benny's iconic death. Be buck-ass naked.
Incredible.
That is correct.
Yes, that is correct. On more than one front. Okay, well, guys, after round number 1, Ethan currently has a lead with 8 points. Craig, you're bringing up the second place with 6 points. We're going to bring in our drunken wheel. Now, how our drunken wheel works is you're going to tell us when to stop spinning the old girl, and it's going to land on any one of these categories. You got to give her a moment to get going. And then please let us know when you would like to
We're
stop.
playing Spin the Bottle.
Oh, that's clever.
It is barroom trivia. So,
And so-
Ethan, you can choose to go first or second.
I'll go first. So I guess at what points do I do? Do I put it in the chat or I just say it aloud?
Just say it aloud.
I stop.
You got booze in space.
Well, that's not what I thought was going to happen, but I can't spin again, can I?
You
No.
cannot.
Then here we go. Craig, this is going to be good.
Booze in space. This is alcohol, either consumed or mentioned in Star Trek films.
Okay.
Question number 1. In Booze and Treks, what alcohol, which is often said to be illegal, has appeared or been referenced to in multiple Star Trek movies and throughout the various different timelines?
Is there multiple choice on this?
There is.
You know, I'm going to go with Romulan ale.
That's correct for 2 points. Nice. Good pull.
Excellent display.
In Star Trek V, The Final Frontier, Bones reveals his secret ingredient to his baked beans to be what kind of alcohol?
Is it bourbon?
That is incorrect. Craig, the question is, and there's no multiple choice for you. In Star Trek V, The Final Frontier, Bones reveals his secret ingredient to be, or for his baked beans to be what type of alcohol?
Well,
5, 4,
I'll go with whiskey.
3. Can you be more specific, please?
Irish whiskey?
That is incorrect.
Damn it. I was pulling for you, Craig.
It is Tennessee whiskey.
Tennessee whiskey! Ah!
Damn it. I see. That's why I went bourbon, but I guess that's Kentucky. So
Yeah, that's Kentucky whiskey, yeah.
I was like, it's something Southern. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's like when they said you were wrong, I was like, are they just being like really sticklers with bourbon, not being like not all whiskey being bourbon? But yeah, they went Tennessee whiskey. Wow. Okay.
There's even a song about it. All right.
I know.
Question number 3. Which crew member got drunk on Romulan ale at Will Riker and Deanna Troi's wedding in Star Trek Nemesis?
I have a multiple choice of that one.
Is it A, Worf, B, Data, C, Geordi, or D, Wesley Crusher?
Data? I know it seems weird.
That is incorrect.
No, it seems weird because he's a robot. But I was like, that seems like a weird emotion chip type thing to do.
I believe it was because it was his ex-girlfriend's wedding. The answer is Worf.
That is correct.
Good work.
That is correct.
A fine display, Craig.
This is a toughie. I really was not aware that this category was a possibility. I should have paid more attention. Let's keep going. I'm ready.
Question number 4. In Star Trek First Contact, blah, blah. In Star Trek First Contact, Deanna Troi drunkenly yells at Will Riker because Zefram Cochrane has made her drink what type of alcohol?
This one I feel like is bourbon.
That is incorrect.
Damn it!
Greg, in Star Trek First Contact, Deanna Troi drunkenly yells at Will Riker because Zefram Cochrane makes her drink what type of alcohol?
Is it moonshine?
It is not. The answer is tequila.
Oh,
Make me drink tequila.
Do you know, for it being illegal, Romulan ale seems to be like the Bud Light of the Star
yeah, everybody's got it.
it's like the 1990s weed of Star Trek.
Yeah.
No
So
one's
far,
allowed
that's
to have
the,
it. Everyone does.
Yeah, exactly.
Question
Okay.
number 5. In Star Trek Beyond, Bones steals what type of alcohol from Chekhov's locker that he then gifts to Kirk for his birthday?
Vodka.
That is incorrect.
What? I cannot believe it. Okay, keep going.
Craig, in Star Trek Beyond, Bones steals what type of alcohol from Chekhov's locker that he then gifts to Kirk for his birthday?
I mean, it has to be Romulan ale, right?
That is also incorrect.
I mean, it's like what is it? It's like a Saurian brandy or something. Anyway, what is it?
Whiskey.
Oh, it's whiskey, right? Of course.
Because he said, I thought he would have had vodka. And he goes,
Oh,
yeah.
right. Is that what I hear? Vodka? Okay.
The Tribble
This is also
very
your
upset
test
at
ones,
that.
right? This is never going to go to air. Okay, great.
Yeah, right.
Terrific.
Your final question here, my friend.
Oh, boy.
In Star Trek Generations, thanks to Data's new emotion chip, he can experience emotions and taste. After somebody shut up that Tribble. After trying his very first shot, he exclaims, I hate this, it's blank, and then asks for another shot.
I will do multiple choice.
Is it A, disgusting, B, sickening, C, revolting, or D, repulsive?
I'm going to go with revolting.
It's correct for a point.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well done.
All right.
This is a toughie, you guys.
Sorry.
But we neither of us studied, so it's fine.
Yes, this is correct.
That's right. Yeah, barroom trivia. Come on now.
The
All
game
right,
was designed for people not to study. You actually get penalized if you do.
Yeah.
So do I get 12 minutes in heaven with Ethan if I win? If I get the wheel on the right? If like the bottle points to Ethan?
Yes, that's 100%.
As long as you let us film it, you can have 13.
Well, all right. So is it just? Do I just say it whenever?
Yeah.
Tell me when
The
to stop.
bottle's just spitting. It's very mesmerizing.
Those guys are
I-
dancing.
I will say stop.
Collaborating.
Ooh, a punishment cup. All right, Craig. The first punishment cup is straight up with no chaser. That means you will spin again. And whatever you get, you will not get multiple choice on your first and final question.
Oh dear God!
Oh, I didn't even know that was a possibility. Now I feel okay about booze.
Could I just take a shot instead? Jesus.
In the drunk version, that's what those mean.
Oh, okay. Well, stop now.
You got
Alien.
Alien Trek.
Okay.
Aliens in Star Trek. Craig, your first question in Aliens in Star Trek. In Star Trek Into Darkness, while attempting to dismantle one of the prototype torpedoes, Bones is bragging to Carol Marcus that he once performed an emergency C-section on what type of alien? I once performed one of these too, Moose.
I'll go with a bartender hint.
All right. In Star Trek into darkness while attempting to dismantle one of the prototype torpedoes. Bones is bragging to Carol Marcus that he once performed an emergency C-section on what type of alien? The key is to make your spoon is really sharp, Moose, or otherwise things just go really awry.
Your hint. Classic TV Kirk fight with the giant lizard.
A Gorn?
That is correct.
Nice.
For 1 point.
It's
Oh, for
really
2
weird
points.
because Strange New Worlds has painted the Gorn in a completely different light than what that question would make relevant. Anyway, I don't know if you guys watch Strange New Worlds, but it's yeah,
All
I
right,
haven't
your
yet. I
second
want to.
question.
it's good. But like the Gorn are like xenomorphs.
Oh,
Cool.
Anyway,
Question number 2 in the category of aliens and Trek. Vulcan blood is what color?
well, shit.
No, it's definitely not. Unless you have a really bad disease, I guess it could be.
I'm gonna go
Five.
blue. Blue.
That is incorrect. Ethan, for your steal. What color is Vulcan blood?
green.
That is correct for a 2-point steal.
I kept going between the two, and I could have sworn like McCoy had called Spock like a blue-blooded thing, but now that I say blue-blooded,
Pretty
it's
racist. He probably called
green-blooded.
it other things.
Yeah. Now that I say the word blue-blooded out loud, it's like he wouldn't have said blue-blooded and green-blood. Okay.
Green-blooded hobgoblin.
Your third question in the category of aliens and Trek. What is the term in which Vulcans are able to merge his or her minds with the essence of another's mind purely by using specialized contact points in their fingers?
It's a mind meld.
That is correct for 2 points. Your fourth question in the category of aliens. What race of aliens was Praedor Shinzon in Star Trek Nemesis?
Well, I mean, so technically Praetor Shinzon was a clone of a human, but he lived with the Remans. So I think the answer you're looking for is Remans.
That is correct for 2 points.
Nice. Good. That was a tricky one. I was like, ooh, there's a couple ways I could go.
Yeah.
I think you could have argued either. Your fifth question. What was the first alien race to make contact with human Zephyrin Cochrane after his successful warp jump?
Vulcans.
That is correct for 2 points. And your final question in round number 2. What Klingon moon explodes, causing a shockwave felt by Sulu and his crew aboard the Excelsior at the beginning of Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country?
I can't do multiple choice. Son of a...
You cannot.
It's like, I feel like I would get this in multiple choice. I don't want to waste my bartender hint here. I feel like Ethan's going to get this too. Say Praxis.
That is correct for 2 points.
Yes!
Wow.
Nice pull. Good job.
Thank
Craig.
you.
Moose, after an exhilarating 2, where do these titans of trivia stand?
After Craig's round 2, Craig took the lead. It's
Yeah.
17 to Ethan's 13.
Oh boy. Oh wow.
So guys, we're gonna go into round 3, which we call our 6-pack round.
Okay.
So here are our topics for your 6-packs. Greg, which one would you want to take? 1 or 2?
I'm going to take number 2.
Okay. So Ethan, you're going to be getting 6-pack number 1.
Okay, great.
I'll be asking those questions to you.
Terrific.
Remember, you still have your bartender's hints. You
Yes.
still have your double down. And you still have your household, but save that for when Craig goes to answer.
Yes.
It'd be really weird if he household himself.
Yeah.
I'm going to get this wrong and just take the 6 points.
We never discussed that. You can't do that. You can't do that. It's a great idea, but you can't do it.
Can I double down and then do that to just get? Okay. Anyway, sorry. Please go ahead.
So question number 1 in your 6-pack is worth 3 points, and it is in the category of laws and rules.
Okay.
What is the name for the Starfleet General Order?
Wait, how much did you say this one was worth?
3.
3 points.
3 points. Okay, sorry.
What is the name for the Starfleet General Order 1, which is the rule about interfering with the natural development of alien civilizations?
That is the Prime Directive.
That is correct for 3 points, sir. Question number 4 in the category of quotes for 4 points. Excuse me. Question number 2 for 4 points in the category of quotes.
Yes.
In what Star Trek film will you hear the following quote from Bones McCoy? Space is diseased and danger wrapped in darkness and silence.
Can I double down now or no? I have to do it before you ask the question?
You have to do it before we ask the question.
No, that's totally fair. The Star Trek 2009.
That's correct. Well done. Question number 3 for 1 point in the category of casts. How many Star Trek films did Marina Sirtis play the role of Counselor Deanna Troi?
4.
That's correct for a point. Question number 4 for 2 points in the category of ranks. In Star Trek 4, The Voyage Home, Kirk, Bones, and Dr. Gillian Taylor rescue Chekhov from needlessly having brain surgery, and after reviving him at the hospital, ask Chekhov his name and rank, to which Chekhov responds with what rank?
Admiral.
Correct for 2 points. Question number 5.
Got 2-pointer.
Question number 5 for 6 points in the category of planets.
Oh, boy.
If he's trying to trick me, I'll say Hosshole, though! Hosshole!
Okay. So Craig is radioed in the hosshole.
Okay, great. Then I will not double down. I'll hold on to that one, I guess.
All right. Question number 5 for 6 points.
12.
In the category of planets. In Star Trek Into Darkness, the film begins with the Enterprise crew attempting to stop a volcanic eruption from killing a race of people on what planet?
I should have doubled down. Nibiru.
That's correct. So you do get 12 points.
Oh, okay, great. Oh, so I doubled down. I could have gotten 24 points.
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn it. Okay.
Dang, I thought I would. Ethan's pulling out these easy answers for what I would think would be hard questions.
But I cannot tell you what they do. The Chekhov. I racistly said Chekhov had vodka, so whatever. All right.
Fun fact, though, a good portion of the people of Nibiru's, those aliens, their faces were modeled after Koi Jandrew.
Really?
Look it up on IMDb. It's there.
Okay.
And it must be true. I've not heard that. That's incredible.
Yeah, he'll tell you about it.
Your last and final question, worth 5 points, is in the category of the Kelvin timeline. Behooves you to double down.
So I guess I can double down on this one then, since I haven't used it.
Yep.
Great, let's do it.
In Star Trek 2009, Starfleet was forced to use the Academy cadets because the rest of the fleet was on the other side of the galaxy in what system?
I really shouldn't have doubled down on this. The Laurentian system.
That's correct. 10 big points. Woo! Wow.
All right, Craig, going into your
45 to 17.
Dear God.
You got some work to do, brother.
It was fun. It was a fun game. Thanks, guys. This is like when Nathan and I played Settle the Score. We went to it was like really close, and the final round was like, all right. So let me do this math here real quick. So he's beating me by 4.
You're going to have to
20. I need 28 points. Okay,
yeah, you got to pull some. You got to pull some maneuvers here, pal. Some holdover maneuvers.
Yeah. Okay. All right. It's not going to happen though, so we're good. Anyway, continue.
All right. Your first question in your 6-pack, Craig, in the category of Star Trek cast for 3 points. What actor played the role of David Marcus, Kirk's son and research scientist in Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan? No, The Search for Spock.
He's in both.
He's in both. And it's Merrick Buttrick.
That is correct for 3 points. Your next question in the category of ships and vehicles for 6 points. Ships and vehicles for 6 points.
I mean, I feel like my only chance of having any kind of even approaching this, I have to double down on this. So I'll double down, right? There's no negative if I don't get this, right?
There's no negative, no.
Yeah, well, I'll double down on this then.
All right. Now for 12 big points.
Even though I'm not very confident.
Have faith, Ethan. I have faith in you. I have faith in you.
Got the worm on the hook.
Yeah. Don't do this. Don't do this to my emotions, Craig.
I mean, you don't want another 12 points, Ethan? I mean, you can set the new high score.
That is true. All right, here we go. In 2009's Star Trek, when the cadets are lined up waiting for their ship assignments, Uhuru is upset because Spock assigned her to what ship instead of the Enterprise, trying to avoid the appearance of favoritism?
Well, you know what? I'm going to have to go with my last bartender hint.
All right. In the category of ships and vehicle, in 2009 Star Trek, when the cadets are lined up waiting for their ship assignments, Uhuru is upset because Spock assigned her to what ship instead of the Enterprise to try to avoid favoritism?
A town in Tennessee named after a naval officer from the Civil War.
Ten.
Like
9, 8, 7, 6.
Is it the
5.
Nantucket?
That is incorrect.
Wait, is it? Hold on. Is it the Farragut?
That is correct.
Oh, Jesus Christ! The goddamn Farragut.
I was like, one of those guys. That was his first ship, either Picard or Kirk, right? Anyway, sorry.
Yep.
That's why I was confused. I actually didn't think it would be the Farragut because that doesn't make sense. But I guess it's a new timeline.
Yeah, I didn't realize there was a Farragut, Tennessee.
All right. Your next question in the category of antiques in Star Trek for 4 points. In Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, Kurt is given 2 gifts for his birthday. One from Bone, from Spock. What are the gifts?
Well, I know one is a book, and I think the book was A Tale of Two Cities, but I'll just say a book because I think that's all it needs to be said, and then I'll say a bottle of alcohol.
And your loser, Craig.
That's a mean way to do it.
Of Martin.
What was the answer?
Eyeglasses.
I thought about the eyeglasses because he was talking about losing his eyesight. Okay, sorry.
Once again, the loser sets off the tribble.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. Well, you got the book, and we were just looking.
It was A Tale of Two Cities. That was great. Yes, it was. That's amazing.
That's a deep cut right there, pal.
Yeah.
Sad to say, Craig, you are mathematically eliminated, and our champion for tonight is Mr. 1, Ethan Erwin. Yes, great job, gentlemen. That was a lot of fun. Holy smokes. Ethan, you pulled out some crazy deep cut answers on this one. That was really, really well played. Both of you guys. Craig, you aced round 2.
Yeah. I should have just rewatched the movies at some point in the last year. But, I'm annoyed at myself.
Well, that's
It's
kind of
fine.
the fun of the show, right? We don't ask you guys to study in advance.
Yeah.
Craig, next time they do a Hollywood Bowl one though, we'll go. We'll go together.
100%.
We'll get blasted out and watch that thing together.
Yeah.
Awesome job, guys. Thank you guys so much for being on the show. We give you guys, if you have anything to promote, an opportunity to say some nice words, promote anything that you may have coming out. Also, we're always interested in having people come back and play again. So if there is a match or someone you would like to play, even if there's just a category and you don't have someone you want to challenge, we'll find you guys competitors. So please, by all means, throw out some shout outs or some requests from us.
Excellent. Well, Craig, rematch of a subject of your choosing. And I would say, I would promote, obviously, when you go to Paramount Plus to watch the Star Trek motion pictures or television programs, the variety of series, also stick around and see Orphan First Kill, available to stream on Paramount Plus, which I produced.
Wow. Amazing. Awesome. And Craig, challenge accepted from Ethan.
Of course. I'm gonna say the category right here and right now, Ethan. We're gonna do an X-Men match.
Yeah.
An X-Men match.
There it is.
I don't have a lot to promote. I would promote people to keep watching this channel because it's fantastic. I promote people to watch Orphan First Kill because it is also fantastic. And I would suggest people listen to the podcast Film on Tap with the Sister Chronic Nancy Rodriguez, Tom Chattelbash, and Andres Gallego. I plan to make a guest appearance on that later today, which will have appeared in the past because this is going to air several weeks after this. But, I might be on again that same week that this airs. Who knows? And I want to make one other challenge. And I think this is a challenge that some people, this will bring people from near and far and wide. This is going to be the challenge for the Finstock Exchange Season 8 Spy Kids Invitational. Any and every member of the Season 8 Finstock Exchange that wants to get involved in a Spy Kids match. Spy Kids was a franchise that our entire faction was beloved by our entire faction that season, and all I have to say, yes, someone did ring the Dinkster. Let's go.
Nice. Wow.
Consider them booked, gentlemen. Consider them booked.
Absolutely.
I was going to also just say one other thing, which is, I know this doesn't air right now, but today is Lunar New Year, so go ahead, Fat Joy too. Those who celebrate, in the weeks coming.
Guys, thank you both so much. Like, it means a lot to us that people are willing to come in and be for an hour. So we truly, truly appreciate it. And again, we really hope you come back. We love asking your questions, having you here. Feels like old times, me asking Craig questions in the middle of the Ohio night. So like I said, really appreciate it. And to all of you out there, remember to tune into the Last American Heroes YouTube channel on Tuesday nights for Beyond the Neon Veil for great Vegas stories, every Thursday night for your trivia needs, and always like, click, and subscribe or fuck off. Thank you and good night.
Cheers. Nice job, guys. Well done.